we die, it was nice knowing you, brother.
Huh? What? What?
Shut up! Alright, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Fuck. Oh shit!
So 1 month ago, I bought my first car on Facebook Marketplace for $4,000, but it came with some problems. It has a check engine light for the electrical load detector, the passenger door lock is broken, the driver's side window is broken, the current head unit is a random dookie trash dog water static piece of shit, it's missing a speaker on the driver's side door, it looks like a monster truck, there's no backup camera so at night I can't see through my tint, and apparently the airbag shoots metal fragments at you, and it also misfires on startup. So instead of addressing all of those problems, let's add a subwoofer! Y'all, it's getting really cold up here in Canada. Look at this. That's certified Canadian weather. But in this video, we're going to be addressing 5 issues I have with my car. So first, I'm going to remove this crappy Amazon head unit. There's no touchscreen, no Apple CarPlay, no nothing. So we're going to be installing a new head unit. Second, I'm going to install a new backup camera because my tint is too dark and I can't reverse at night. Third, I'm adding new speakers and a new subwoofer because the audio in my car sucks balls right now. Fourth, I'm going to install a new window regulator and motor because I can't roll down my windows and sometimes I would like to go to McDonald's. And last but not least, I'm gonna do a tune-up and clean the idle air control valve and hopefully fix the engine misfire on startup. Let's get into it! So I got myself this $600 head unit, this $200 subwoofer, and the $70 rear recording camera. So the first thing I did was disconnect the battery so I could remove the current head unit safely. Now in order to remove the original head unit, you have to take off 3 panels first.
So first we gotta remove this thing under here, and I believe there are a few screws. Yo!
With the Sigma.
You look like super like pale. You look like Jack Frost. If you dyed your hair white, you'd be Jack Frost.
No. Next, you want to remove this panel under the center console and then unscrew your center console. But to actually remove the center console without breaking the clips holding it in place, you have to take out the dashboard and reach around to access this clip here and then you pull it out.
Bro, these plugs are so annoying to get out. We did it! Head unit is out!
So then I brought my old head unit back into the garage, and at this point, your car should look like someone hit a devious lick on it.
So for my next video, I want to do coilovers and wheels, but to be completely honest, I don't really know which wheels to get. So if you guys have any suggestions, make sure to comment them down below. So here's the old head unit. If anyone wants it, comment down below Joyce toenail, and if you live in my area, I'll drop it off at your house. So when it comes to installing a head unit onto any car, you need to get yourself an adapter. This is what my adapter looks like. It's for a 2000 Honda Civic. Here's the connection that goes into my head unit, and you just have to connect the wires together.
And this is what it looks like connecting them. It's very simple, and I just use these butt connectors and crimp them together. Then I installed the new head unit back into the center console, and oh my. Salutations, huz. So it's the next day, the weather is not great, but we're gonna get back to work. Now that I got the head unit all installed and ready, I have to link it up to the subwoofer and the dash, and then we're gonna throw it into my car. So let's go do that. Also, I went on Amazon and picked these bad boys up for $120 or something, so we're gonna be replacing my speakers in my car as well. Completely removed the battery in order to install my subwoofer, and this thing was so much heavier than I expected.
Holy, this is heavy.
So every car has grommets leading to the engine bay, and I have one on the passenger side perfectly leading to the battery, so I wired up my power cable for my subwoofer through there.
Wait, I feel it. I literally have it in my hand. Oh, push it. No, push. No, you ruined it.
1 eternity later.
Yes. Yes! Alright guys, we got the wire pulled out finally. Holy crap.
Then I reinstalled my battery and connected the power cable directly to the positive terminal, and don't worry, the included power cable comes with a built-in fuse, so my car will not be catching on fire. And now it's time for the fun part, which is wiring everything up. Just kidding, it's not fun. So right now it's negative 200 degrees, my hands are freezing, and I lost all the screws, so I can't even put this car back together. So I found this little box filled with random screws, and I'm just gonna use these. I'm so organized and professional. I don't know how well you guys can see me, but we are now mounting the rear view dash camera, so let's go do that. So the next day, I started wiring up the rear camera, and this is where I started to realize that if I wanted everything to look nice, I would need to take apart the whole entire car. Well, you know, a girl like me, TechJoyce, I'm willing to do that for my car. But first I finished wiring up the rear camera and connected the hot wire to my reverse lights, that way the camera only powers on when I'm in reverse. Now the way I connected the wires, is it secure? No. Is it safe? Probably not. But does it work? Yeah! 10-minute radio install. 1 hour subwoofer install. 2 hour dash cam install. It's been 5 days. Oh! You guys want to see what the inside of my car looks like? Let me show you guys. I tore the whole entire thing apart. Now I know what you're thinking, Joyce, you don't need to do all that. Why are you tearing the whole entire car? Why are you tearing the whole entire car apart? You don't need to do all that. Yes, I do need to do all that. Because if you want to route these cables nicely in the car without showing, you have to take the back seat apart, because you can't take off this panel without taking the back seat, and you can't take off this panel without taking the back panel, and you can't take off this panel without taking this other panel, and it's kind of like a never-ending panel, It just never ends. The panels never end. So yes, for the past few days, I've been taking my car apart and hitting these crazy trick shots just to wire everything up. As you can tell, I pretty much wired everything under the kick panels. Then for the subwoofer grounding wire, I just sanded down some metal on the car's chassis and screwed it down behind the seatbelt. While I was at it, I decided to vacuum everything as well, and then finally, everything was done. So with everything now wired up, it was time to put the car back together. Do you guys want to watch me do that? Probably not, right? Probably not. Probably not. Matter of fact, if you guys care, can you guys please drop a Among Us sussy in the comments down below? And a big fat thumbs up, or else the Among Us monster is gonna get you tonight.
Oh my god!
No f***ing way. I made a permanent 14mm breaker bar.
Huh?
It's permanent. It's permanent. It's not coming. It's not coming out! And then after an hour, I finally put the car back together, and it was time to move on to my next task. So as you guys can tell, I moved the car into the garage because it was getting too dark outside, but I put the chairs back on. I have everything set up now. Head unit, subwoofer, rear view dash cam, everything is good. So now I'm gonna install my new speakers. Now since I'm working on the driver's side door, I might as well also install my new window regulator and motor, because this is what my window looks like right now. I bought myself a new window regulator for $150. Whoa, look at that. Looks a little bent. I can't really tell though, so let's open up the new one and compare it. This is the new window regulator. It's much more straight. Okay, we got the new window regulator in. It works! Let's go! Let's go!
A few moments later.
Oh no. Oh no. I spoke too soon. So then I started installing my speakers, and everything was working perfectly fine on the passenger side, but nothing was working on the driver's side, not even the tweeter. So I checked the connection from my head unit to my speaker, and it turned out that they weren't grounded. So I ran a separate ground wire, but it also turns out that the car door isn't even grounded. So the only option I have now is to fix the root cause, which is a broken wire somewhere. So right now, I'm gonna remove this fender here so I can access the wire easily, and then hopefully I can pull it out and see what happened to it. Let's get into it. Fender is off. And just by pulling the rubber cover off, I can already see that some of the wires are broken. So I'll read a book, or maybe 2 or 3. Eventually my dad helped me get it off, but it looked so nasty. It's like filled with like grease, or I don't even know what that is. It's just gunky and nasty. So I asked the car nerd on my Discord, and it turns out it's conductive grease. But speaking of my Discord, you guys should all join, discord.gg/joyce. Join right now, or else you fell into a pit and died. But after inspecting the connection, there was a total of 3 wires that were ripped out of the terminal. So I found this diagram online and matched the wires to pin 14, 17, and 18. And this makes sense because the gray-black wire, which is pin 17, is the ground for the stereo sound system. So that is why both speaker and tweeter weren't working. So now that I know where they go, I removed the old terminals. So the plan is to use these old connectors and take some wire and then put it on and then connect it back to these wires, so there's a bit of slack to it and it's not like the same size as before, because clearly that didn't work. So as you can tell, we have 3 new extender wires coming out of it, so I just crimped back the old wires to the extender wires and then plugged it back in. And now finally is the moment of truth. Certified working. So with it properly working, I put the fender back on and then screwed in the new speakers, which I unfortunately had to drill holes for because it doesn't fit my stock screw mounts. But after countless hours of work, everything was finally done.
Oh my goodness, look at it. Oh, it looks so good!
Now, if you guys are wondering, this is the Atoto X10. It's one of their more expensive head units, but I asked them to give it to me for free. I literally emailed the company and asked them to give it to me for free, and they said yes. So big shout out to Atoto for sending me this out for free, and I think they gave me a discount code, so if you guys want to get this yourself, you can use code JoyceToenail. Now obviously, because it's more expensive, it comes with better specs like 128 gigabytes of storage, 8 gigabytes of memory, a built-in 4-channel amplifier, HDMI input, CarPlay, GPS tracking, dual Bluetooth, all that. Now you could 100% get a cheaper option, but I am TechJoyce. It's like a futuristic screen in this old crusty Civic, bro, but it looks so good. Anyways, I got the head unit in, I got the subwoofer in the trunk, I got the backup camera on, and now it's time to test it. Okay, I'm kind of scared. What if it just doesn't work? That would actually suck. Yeah! That's beautiful! Ooh, what is that? So if I go into reverse... Yeah, it worked! I think I should test my subwoofer. Let's play a song. It's night and day. It's a night and day difference. Now I've only driven my crusty Corolla and now this crusty Honda Civic, so this is a huge upgrade for me. Yeah! So to recap, it took me 5 days to install a new head unit,
a new subwoofer, a rear dash cam to diagnose and fix my door speaker, install a new window regulator.
I think that's it. And now it's time for the most important part, which is the tune-up. The tune-up. The tune-up. The tune-up. The tune-up. Yeah, Brody. I hate to say this, but I'm so glad I'm almost done because the past 5 days, my back has been killing me. You know, I was hitting these crazy positions in the car. Whoa, 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 whoa. These moments make me realize I'm actually very glad to be a girl because if I was like my dad's size trying to do all this, I think his back would actually break. I love dried mango so much. So right now, every time I cold start my car, it starts to shake like crazy, and sometimes in traffic, if I'm like completely stopped, it also shakes. Also, it makes this loud whining sound every time I start it up. What the hell? See, now it stopped, but before it would be like... So for the tune-up, I got brand new NGK spark plugs and spark plug wires, as well as a new distributor cap and rotor, and also the spark plug tool. So in total, I spent $200.
Bombocard!
Here are the new spark plug wires. So after removing the old spark plug wires, I grabbed my 60mm socket and removed the old spark plugs. This is the old spark plug. It was still a little bit warm because I just drove my car. Alright, so here's the old spark plug. The top is like burnt. Or it's not burnt, I don't know what it is, but it's black as heck. And here, my friends, are the brand new ones. As you can tell, it's so much cleaner. You can do a side-by-side comparison right now. Okay, you can use the spark plug tool to check the gap on your spark plugs. I'm pretty sure they come properly gapped, but it's better safe than sorry. Okay, it's perfectly 0.43, which is what I want. So then I installed the new spark plugs and repeated the steps on the other 3 spark plugs. And then finally, I torqued them all down to spec. So now I'm gonna connect the spark plug wires to the distributor cap. And I just copied how it was connected before because if you mess it up, you're gonna mess up your firing order. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the new cap versus the old cap. But then, while I was trying to remove the old distributor rotor, I ended up stripping the screw so badly. But after my dad helped me remove that abomination of a screw, I installed the new distributor rotor and screwed it in place. Then I reinstalled the new spark plugs and I was finally done. Yay! We're done! Yay! So because these spark plug wires are colored blue, it gives me 5 more horsepower. And then the backup camera gives me plus 100 because then now I can race backwards. And now it's time for the final step, and that is to clean the idle air control valve. These things can get clogged up with carbon buildup, which can lead to idle issues. No! I got a life hack for you guys. So you put your wrench on, and then like this. Oh my goodness, that was a struggle. Moment of truth. Oh my! What? Is the whole screen gone? Oh my! Little shakeroo. This is freaky. Freaky! So after spending a few hours cleaning it, I put everything back together and it was time to test the car. So we should be done now. We got new spark plugs, new spark plug wires, new distributor cap and rotor, and we cleaned the IAC valve. So here's my first startup since doing the tune-up.
Bombocard!
Oh my god, bro.
So it was still misfiring at the very beginning, but once the revs dropped, it was so much smoother than before. Okay. So now it's time to do my first test drive. Okay guys, I have a really good idea. I'm gonna try to do my first ever pull in this car.
No, that's not a good idea. Not a good idea.
Look, it's so clear and nice, ain't it?
Wait, let me dox ourselves.
No!
Yeah. Oh, shite! Damn!
That's fast, bro.
I mean, that's pretty fast. I mean, consider, what's the tune-up?
I changed out the spark plugs, the spark plug wires, and the distributor cap and rotor.
So I have no idea what that means. What? What?
Shut up!
That's not bad. That's not bad.
All right, guys, we found a long stretch of road and we're gonna do a 0 to 60. If we die, it was nice knowing you, brother.
Huh?
All right, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Oh shit! Wait, focus on driving.
I am.
Okay. The initial gear is nice.
Ready? Oh, I lost traction.
Anyways guys, I know we hit 15,000 likes on the Five Nights at Freddy's video, so I will be making a part 2. We also hit 25,000 likes on the PC video, so I will be giving away another PC this Christmas. We're also about to hit 1 million subscribers, so I'm gonna be face revealing soon. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.